We'll just keep going until we get it right. All right. Boom, bum, 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 bum,
It's episode 2.
P.U. Dylan, you're very stinky.
Okay, thank you.
Just like right before we started recording, Dylan decided to let off a pop off.
Okay, you
Then
got
open
me.
in the window, open up the fan.
What actually happened is Brendan dropped the atomic bomb
Oh.
in my room.
Oh, Papa Dilly going on the lie train.
Even when I stuck my head out the window, I could still smell it. It was just destroyed everything. There was a shockwave.
Let the audience decide who.
I can still kind of smell it a little bit. It's been like 10 minutes. It's that bad.
let the audience decide who really did the pop off. And
Uncle Jeffy, I hereby ban you from my room after this. That's just crazy.
he who smelt it dealt it.
you didn't smell that? It'd be impossible.
No, because it was my own.
Well, then you've admitted it.
Today, we'd like to reflect on a couple of things we did this week. I myself went to a zoo, a Featherdale Wildlife Park, for those interested. Plug. Nudge.
Sponsor.
Yeah. Sponsor us, we'll pet your animals. So I went there, and it's a really nice place. They have crocodiles, and they have quokkas, like they're really fun animals. They have all kinds of snakes and like.
Well,
really
I don't want to interrupt your story, but I've never known what's the difference between a quokka and a wallaby. Are they just the exact same thing?
Quokkas smile.
They smile.
They got chubby.
That's the only
chubby
thing.
faces. They're adorable.
So it's just a smiling wallaby.
Yeah, and wallabies are kind of bigger. I think it's
Okay.
like.
But aren't
quokka's
wallabies
like halfway between a rat and a wallaby.
but isn't a wallaby just a smaller kangaroo? So could
Yeah.
you say all of these things are just kangaroos at different sizes?
Yeah, no,
There's
actually
difference.
that's one thing I want to say. Like, the differences between some animals is bullshit. Like, how can a rabbit and a hare be classified as two different animals?
I've always wondered.
But
that
like a
specific
chihuahua
example.
and like a Saint Bernard is the same species.
Yeah, that's true. Who makes these rules?
It's crazy.
We need a
Whole people who are boring as hell. That's who makes these rules.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so I'm going to talk about some of the funnier animals that are at Featherdale. Now, when you walk into a zoo, you walk into Taronga, they got like your highlights. You got like a giraffe here, big old elephant over the
lions.
harbour. It's beautiful. But this place wasn't exactly like that.
Where? I've never even heard of this place. Is it just... Where is it? Is
It's
it in
like
Sydney?
out the back of nowhere. It's
Okay.
in between Blacktown and this place called Dundoon.
Right.
Or Bundoon or something really bad. But
So is
anyway...
it like a Povo Taronga Zoo? It's like Taronga Zoo on a budget. Is that what they're...
It's what it felt like. Everything was
Okay.
like how it was as a kid. Like everything was so like run down. We're both from country towns. We know what that's like.
Yeah.
But like, let's get started. They had I saw in a bird cage. I saw a plover.
I don't know what that is.
A plover.
Some sort of bird.
It's a very common bird that's
Okay.
around. They lived everywhere. They were in primary school, high school, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought at first like it was just like a joke or something. Like the bird just happened to get in the cage and was eating the food. But it had its own sign.
So it's almost as if they just had like a pigeon on display in the cage there.
Okay, not only did they just have a plover. Stop. Not only did they just have a plover, they also had a magpie in a cage. Imagine walking in and seeing a magpie in a cage. And
Did it have its own
wow.
sign? And like
Yeah, it
the
had its
Latin
own
name,
sign.
like Magpius Rithians, some Latin name or
I
something.
didn't read it.
Okay.
And they not only did they have a magpie and a plover, two extremely common birds,
So common, I've never
but they
heard
had a
of
whole exhibit dedicated to seagulls.
it. Okay. That's...
It didn't even have a cage. The seagulls were just sitting there.
I need to ask, what was the entry fee to this place?
was-
To pay to see seagulls, the most annoying bird that is everywhere.
For students, it was $27.
What?
For students.
Oh my god. Please tell me there was more interesting animals than just birds.
There was
Okay.
like they had some pretty good ones. I'm a big fan of all types of birds. I had like a macaw and all that crazy stuff.
Well, you were
Lots of
telling me
falcons.
macaw's your favourite animal of all time. isn't
Yeah, because they live forever. They talk
What?
and they're massive,
it? How long's forever?
like 100 years plus.
Wow. So
Yeah.
if you get a pet macaw, you'll die before it dies, pretty much.
Well, yeah, he's hoping.
He's hoping.
Yeah, but you could pat echidnas there. They didn't really have any cages.
You can pat echidnas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wolf you reached. Oh, that actually reminded me of another funny story while I was there. They had this like screaming bunch of children that were just like screaming at the animals like it was
in a
funny.
cage. That was one of the displays.
It wasn't that funny. They were like,
Just a cage of children. That's
display.
a real attraction, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see children in cages. Like, apart from America. So
Too soon.
no, but they had this like echidna enclosure, and it had about like a chest high wall, and you could just look down at the echidnas because they're not going to climb anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
And this
Chest
parent,
high is good enough to
Yeah.
keep the echidnas in.
Well,
Not
so, like-
climbing up the wall.
but not the kids. The parent
Oh,
looked away
shit.
for like a second, and all of a sudden this kid was like mounted on the wall, like ready to jump in with the
Oh
echidnas.
no, we've got Harambe 2.0 Australian edition here. Did they shoot the
Imagine being
echidna?
killed by an echidna.
Did they?
Just mauled.
Did they shoot the echidna? Please tell me they didn't.
No, because some of the parent was just completely negligent. He let the kids scream at all the animals, and some other parent was like, "Dude, your kid's like halfway over the wall."
Your kid's like got an echidna stuck to his hand. The spikes through his hand. It's like, oh yeah, he does that. Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Killing echidnas.
No, that's that explains the entry fee, $27. Because if
It's
you got
echidna insurance.
yeah, well,
They're gonna keep buying them.
I was just gonna say like just to see the kids in a cage like that's it's a rare animal, human Homo sapien.
I just liked how they just had like this massive wombat. Like it had the thing, but it had a mound that was like bigger than the exhibit. And this wombat, it was like a massive thing, was just fanging it around in the thing. It just saw people and was like, it just ran off.
They're big animals. Apparently, wombats are really dangerous.
Yeah,
You know that? Like they maul people.
they're just like fuzzy dogs.
They look like super cuddly and gentle and fat and slow, but apparently, like they kill people.
Yeah,
Just like everything else in Australia.
yeah. The dystopian land of Australia, we've all got battle scars and we're all like bleeding from the eyes.
Yeah, well, that's what you've been up to this week.
Yeah. What about you, Daddy Billy?
Well,
What have you done?
I've recently, we both go to the same university. Recently, I was at Clubs Day, where they advertise all the different clubs and things. The chess club. Actually, I don't know if there is a chess club. That's
I think
the one you
there is.
normally think of.
They have the nerd corner where the people play trading games.
But they got clubs for everything. They've got, nationality clubs like the Italian club. I went there and got free food.
Yeah,
They've got
yeah.
clubs for everything. But I saw a socialism club.
Ooh.
Ooh, play
Tell us the juicy
scary
goss.
play scary music. Now
I should mention to the viewers that Dylan has grown a Stalin-esque mustache since the
they've
time of the
converted
last
me.
podcast.
They've converted me. No, okay, no spoilers. We'll get there. Am I supposed to, like how last episode you rubbed your hair onto the mic so they could hear your haircut? Am I supposed to rub my mustache on the mic right now?
No, I don't even
Just
know
so
if
I can
that
hear
works.
it?
Last time.
Okay, you probably won't be able to hear it. So just picture the Stalin mustache. But I
It's
know
very regal.
I was just walking around with Sam, who is one of our friends, and she signed up for every single environment-related club, even though they were all pretty much the same thing. There was 4 of them, all about the environment, but she signed up for all 4. And while she was signing up for one of them, I noticed a big sign saying, something along the lines of capitalism doesn't work or capitalism sucks or something like that. And I'm thinking, wow, I love capitalism. What's this all about? I didn't know about this. So I walked up and had a good conversation with her, and she was really nice. But I pretended to agree with their ideology, to infiltrate them, because I wanted to see what these people actually believe, like what kind of crazy stuff is going on the inside.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, so next Thursday I'm going to one of their events, which is it's the best way to describe it is pretty much, you know how like churches or religious groups do like Bible readings. Well, they do like this Bible reading, but instead of the Bible, it's Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto.
That's a good read right there, I tell you.
And Sophie, our other friend, doesn't believe that I'm going to go to one. She's like, there's no way you're going to that. But next week, I'm going to tell you all about Karl Marx on the podcast because I want to see what happens at one of these socialist reading events.
Can I just say, I spoke to Sophie the other day and we said, oh, don't worry, we didn't mention your name on the podcast, And then she listened to it and she goes, "You fucking did mention my name on the podcast."
We did.
And now we're mentioning everyone's name on the podcast.
Are we supposed to bleep them out? We're not doing last names. How many Sophies are there in the world?
I don't know, 6.
Shit, okay.
Sophia Vergara.
Well, her real name is Sophia. That narrows it down.
Yeah, it is Sophia Vergara.
Even though she hates that name.
She's a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, exactly. We've got pretty high up there friends.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
I'm actually the old dude from Modern Family. That's my secret identity.
Uncle Jeffy.
Uncle Jeffy.
Face reveal.
Yeah, Al Bundy. Was that his name? Yeah.
I've got no idea.
Well, unbeknownst to you, Dylan,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe you've known, but I also was considering joining the Socialism Party.
Oh, really?
Yes, I went a couple of hours after you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was called the UTS Solidarity Club.
That is what it's called.
But unfortunately, I was really keen because I've researched communism before and just sort of looked at about like Marxism and Leninism and things like that. But the people who were manning it when I got there did not know anything about it. They were just sort of like, they tried to make it seem like I didn't know anything about it. But this guy was just like, yeah, so basically what we're going to do is we're just going to like complain and like protest until the government doesn't exist anymore. And then that's when we're going to be in the perfect
Socialism
utopia.
is all for big government, though.
Yeah,
Don't they
well,
want a big government?
I did not know what this guy was talking about. He did not make any sense. And I was just like, okay, dude. And I had already signed up for that point.
Oh, so
And
you did actually sign up for it?
I did, but half an hour ago, I'd recently got a call from one of the members. He said,
really?
are you interested in doing the event this weekend?
Is that the protest they're doing?
I think so.
That's yeah.
And I said, oh, you know what? I'm probably busy this weekend. And his voice got a little sadder, and he was like, oh, okay, do you
don't care about refugees then, Brendan? Is that what he said?
Well, he was like, do you want to do other things?
Too busy for refugees
like,
on
no,
Meadows
I'm
Island,
fine.
Brendan?
Then he was just like, do you want me to take you off the list if you're that busy? And I said, yes, please.
Oh, really?
And he was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, dang.
So, I'm sorry to all the communists I left down.
Nah. To be fair, I feel like they're just running some sort of scam. Because, here's my theory. Isn't socialism about the, like, free shit for everyone? Everyone's equal, you know, let's get rich people to pay for everything. But then if it's socialism and not capitalism, they hate capitalism. How come they charge you to join their club? And they gave me a flyer for one of their events. And I'm like, okay, I might investigate this. I might actually go see what it's all about. $65 for one day. This has got capitalism written all over it.
I know,
the very
exactly.
thing they hate. Like, what is this?
Yeah, but everyone pays $65, Dylan. That's going into for the greater
It's daylight
good.
robbery, Brendan.
It's daylight
to
robbery.
protest.
It's red robbery, that's what I tell you.
To volunteer my services in a protest, I need to pay $65.
I think we should get paid $65.
Yeah, if anything.
Yeah.
not the other way around.
Protests aren't
Who's
easy.
running
You're going
this?
to be well hydrated. You're going to get your shouting voice on.
It's really slave labour. Socialists are for slavery, really. This is what I deduced
Jeez.
from that.
Make some
I'm just gonna say it.
controversial political statements in today's
You have to-
episode of the Dadcast.
To say it, put it right out there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Prove me wrong. Change my mind.
Well, Dylan, it sounds like you just want to travel back in time and fight the Cold War.
Oh, I like that that segue.
Segue, that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
to get me off my political rants.
Dylan, you have a time travel story for us?
I do. I'm going to go back in time and not grow this Stalin mustache is what I'm going to do. No, I do. I feel like
in a world where there's no razors.
We have to go back!
This will be a good time to thank our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. If you want to... No, I wish. No,
you want to be sponsored by Dollar Shave Club?
No,
you want to sell yourself out in the second episode?
If Solidarity wants to sponsor us, I'll take anyone at this stage.
Dude, I'd be sponsored by anyone. I like any bottled water. Like everyone needs to hydrate.
What, Pump? Mount Franklin? Or just any?
No, I like the indie waters.
Are they those really
I'd say
expensive
I went to a
glass bottle
fitness
ones?
expo yesterday. A fitness expo, and
You did not go to a fitness expo.
I did, no. I was with my parents, okay? And Mum's a big runner.
You're the guy who we get a free gym membership at uni, and I've never seen Brendan at the gym once, but I've seen him there twice. but I've never seen him pick up a weight or go on a treadmill or anything. The only thing he's done is go to the orientation thing where they show you around the equipment. It's like a gym tour. They're the only 2 times you've ever been to the gym, and it's just to see.
No. I went another time.
So it's surprising. Oh, really?
Yeah, 4 months later, and then never went back again.
Never back. So it surprises me you're going to fitness expos these days.
So
You're a changed man.
I was with my mum, and they just kept giving out like water, but it was like smart water.
What's smart about it?
Well, they had all different kinds.
It's like a smartphone.
One was called like an alkaline drink.
I don't know what that is.
So it's just like, you know how water's like neutral, like at pH 7 for all your chemistry whiz
Right,
kids.
there you go.
This one's pH 8.
So that means it's more acidic, or more.
No, it's less
the
acidic.
Other one. Oh, more of a base. I did chemistry.
Alkaline.
Year 10. Oh, alkaline. Okay.
So it's like drinking.
Well, that's why
pretty
I
much like
chemistry.
drinking battery acid, really.
You said it wasn't acidic.
Well, it's alkaline.
Alkaline. Is alkaline just as bad for you as acid though?
I think so.
Like, don't you want a 7? Isn't a 7 better than any other number?
Yeah, but there's like some mumbo jumbo how like it can like regulate because your body is too acidic normally because you drink alcohol and naughty things.
I see.
And like mum got protein water as well.
Protein water?
Yeah.
So it's just protein powder in water. Is that...
No, I don't know what it was, but it was slightly yellow, so I could only imagine they just like pumped like an egg yolk in there and stirred it around.
It's just a bottle of piss. It's Bear Grylls.
Bottle of piss. That's a job I want to get into.
But back to the time travel, because I don't want to hype it up, Brendan, but I think I've proven time travel is real.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to know.
You don't sound excited enough. I think I've just proved time travel.
Whoa!
Yeah, thank you very much. No, I don't think it's conclusive.
What do you say, Doc? What is it?
It's not conclusive, but it's something that we can say, okay, it might exist. Not 100% certain.
We have to go back, Marty.
It'll make us think about it a little bit. Because have you seen that episode of Futurama?
Yes.
Where... it's all about time travel, isn't it, really? Well, getting frozen. But the episode, I think it's even the first episode where he falls into the time freezing machine. But then, like, so many seasons later, we find out that it was that little nibbler monster or whatever, like, blew his chair into the thing. So the monster time traveled back to make sure that event happened. Right, okay. Well, that happened to me today. I've been visited by a time traveller.
You got stuck in a 1,000-year cryogenic freezer.
Not as cool as that.
Long distance between episodes, kids.
But pretty much the exact same thing. Because I had a nap today. I have to have my daily nap. I'm a uni student. You've got to have a nap. Yeah. So this was like middle of the day. So I was wearing clothes before the nap. Take my shirt off to have a nap. Once I wake up out of the nap, I go to my closet to get a shirt, forgetting that I've already got a shirt that I've already worn previously. And I'm all for the environment. I don't want to wear 2 shirts one day, save water, save, I'm saving the trees here, pretty much, saving the whales, I'm saving everything. So I go to the closet forgetting I've already worn a shirt, when normally I would just put the same shirt back on. But I hear this sound. You ready? I hear this sound. 2 knocks, loud as day, like coming from my room, like inside my room, which is we're in right now. We're in my bed, of course, naked. That's where we record the podcast. But we're in my room. I hear 2 knocks on the wall. There's no one else in the room.
It was the ghost of Christmas past. He was wearing his shirt.
I don't know where it was from. But I admit sometimes you hear noises, like you hear a little thing and you think, oh, it's the roof creaking or something. But it was loud enough and distinct enough for me to turn my head and think, what was that? What just happened? So I'm standing where you're sitting right now.
Yeah.
Out my cupboard right here, hear the knock, turn my head, and right in the view of me is my shirt. Okay, so it doesn't sound too exciting right now.
Did you buy this shirt off a gypsy?
No, it's this pink shirt I'm wearing right now. Haven't worn it in ages, but I've
never seen you wear that shirt. You're looking very spiffy today.
If someone didn't time travel and do the knock noise, I would have gone into my cupboard, got another shirt, and would have put on a different shirt. So I feel like someone's seeing that, and something's going to happen, the butterfly effect in that shirt, something really bad's going to happen, so they had to travel back in time, make sure I'm wearing this other shirt, otherwise shit's going down.
That's the most boring time travel thing ever.
No, but think about it, if I wear the wrong shirt, shit's going down.
Osama bin Laden's coming back to life.
What I'm telling you right now is if I don't wear this shirt for the rest of the day, and if I change a shirt, shit's going to get real. I don't know what's going to happen. Hitler's coming back. I don't know what's going to happen. The apocalypse is going to happen. But I've been visited by a time traveller to save the world. So I feel pretty special right now.
You should write a graphic novel about that.
I should, about my shirt experience.
Yeah. It's called The Day My Shirt Went Psycho.
I love those books. Have you read those books?
I've read the third one and not any others.
Okay, you've come in late to the series.
It's so bad towards the end. I remember there was the villain died, but he came back to life as a sentient pile of vomit that was then farted out of another bum.
Okay.
It was like
the
beauty of those books is that like you couldn't really visualize what was going on because it just didn't make sense. Like it was a stretch of the imagination. That's why I really didn't like the cartoons because they're like, oh no, the putts are just people.
What? I didn't know they made a cartoon about it.
Oh yeah, it's
I need to go back and watch those.
You honestly don't. I think same thing happened with Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Like I was a fan of the books until I saw the movie, and it was just like this is
the cheese touch.
Oh.
Anyways,
you got the cheese touch.
The point of my time travel story is, if you're in the situation of the time traveler and you had to go back and change one event from your life, you know, you see you do it. Maybe I wore that shirt. I was going to wear a different shirt and I was going to do something embarrassing in that shirt. But future me saved me. That's my theory. What would you do if you could go back in time and stop you from doing something embarrassing? What event would you go back to? Have you got any ideas?
One springs to mind that probably would have changed my whole life from me being the socially awkward shut-in now to
See?
a charismatic god.
This is why we need time travel.
In year 1, in the first grade, we had this little dog. It was a blue plush dog. Its name was Brownie. And then every week, the child would go home with the plush dog and write like a diary entry about it. It was like what I did with the plush dog.
Right.
And like I went to a Chinese restaurant with it, with like another set of family friends, and like they had someone like a similar age to me, and my parents were like, it'd be funny if you wrote that I went on a date with this girl, and so I was like, oh haha, funny, everyone's gonna get that, and so I put it in, and then I sent the book off, and then like I had to present it to the class. And like for the next 5 years, I was ridiculed on saying that I went on a date with this girl when I really didn't.
Really?
Like me as a 7-year-old lad, just like everyone's going, ha ha, you liked her, you liked her, and I was just...
To ruin your life.
Yeah, I know. I dropped out of school. I slept on the street.
That's where you met Hobo Steve?
Yeah, exactly. I had to bring him up. My parents moved on me. I went back to the house. No one was there.
So, knowing that tragic situation happened in your life, you right now, as a 19-year-old sitting in front of me, or 20-year-old, how old are you now? Anyway, you sitting right in front of me. How are you gonna stop it? Because you can't just go back and like backhand yourself and say, don't write that. You need to do it, you know, in a way that the past you isn't going to think, well, time travel exists. You need to do it, you know, secretly. So how are you going to do it? Are you just going to go back and hide the dog so you can never...
I'm going to go back to 1998 and be like a really convincing abortion.
Wow. Okay.
Oh wait, no, that wouldn't work, so that wouldn't exist. Shit.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's a worthwhile sacrifice.
Save that tiny bit of embarrassment that I had in my youth. Oh, I don't know, I'd probably like blow the pen out of the hand and then just whisper, loser, loser. I don't know if that got picked up.
So then you'd think it'd be like a paranormal experience.
Yeah.
Rather than time travel. So
and I'd rather be superstitious
than blow the truth about time travel.
Yeah. That's what I feel like ghosts are. They're just time travelers, really.
Maybe.
When you think about it.
Have you had any paranormal experiences?
Well, when I was 7, this guy came into my room and blew a pen out of my hand and just kept saying, loser, loser. That was weird.
Imagine if that didn't happen, though. What could have happened? Life would be very different.
Yeah, I would have been ginger.
I don't know about that.
It would have changed my genetic makeup.
No, I've got some pretty crazy paranormal stories, but that's for a different episode.
That's
episode 3 of the Dadcast.
Stay tuned, kiddos.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
Alright, we're going to move on to a hypothetical.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hit me with that hypothetical.
So, if you could have any podcast guest, who would you choose?
Any podcast guest.
Yeah, it could be someone on the internet.
I don't know.
A celebrity.
I don't know if I could get anyone better than Uncle Jeffy right here. Like, what are you trying to...
Well, exactly. I'm first choice, but we gotta, like, have a little side dish.
So a co-host, you mean?
Yeah, no, like, they just come on for an episode and spit the shit for a half an hour. Who do you think would have a really interesting life that you'd like to know about?
Well, I haven't really thought about it, but the first person that pops in mind is got to be Morgan Freeman.
Morgan
Freeman. Just because he has the sexiest voice alive.
Oh, Dylan, he's right here.
For a podcast. What?
Hello.
Okay.
I am Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
I'm sitting here drinking tea.
Is this... Actually...
Narrating movies.
I take it back. Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Oh,
Hands
yeah,
down.
I'd go for Dr. Phil.
I want Dr. Phil on the show.
Well, no matter how flat a pancake, it's always going to have two sides.
I don't know if that's an actual quote, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, he says some funny shit, that guy.
He's great. I don't even think he has a...
I swear he's not qualified.
He doesn't have a license anymore. I think he lost his license.
He doesn't need one.
No,
the advice is just gold.
He doesn't even have to
should be
fix
handing
anyone
out the
anymore.
licenses.
There was that chick, Bad Barbie.
Okay.
There was this lady, and she was really famous like a year ago. She's like, "Cash me outside, how about that?"
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wait, her name's Bad Barbie.
Yeah, well, now she's a famous rapper. They gave her a song deal, and the most recent video I saw of her...
I don't think I've ever known her name.
The most recent video I saw of her, it's like, it's Christmas, and she's like paying off her mum's mortgage.
Oh, shit.
But it's like the funniest way she does it, because she's still trying to be like badass. She's like, "Merry Christmas, bitch." She's like hands off this envelope, and the mum just sort of opens it. She's like doesn't want to like call her out and saying swear words, but she's just like, "You're kidding."
Isn't she like 13?
She's 15 now.
15, paying off a mortgage.
And she's like doing all these like weird like Nicki Minaj moves.
Jeez, as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Did your anaconda want some?
No, but I've seen lots of funny videos on Facebook about that.
Really?
It's just like... It's like a guy looking up at how old she is, seeing it's 15, and then like a bunch of police sirens coming in and he's trying to escape. It's real.
I thought you were going to say that meme of that African-American guy with the tear on his eye, where he looks up like how old is Sonic or how old hedgehogs
what is the life expectancy of Knuckles?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I thought the meme was. Someone's definitely made one out of that probably though.
So back to the hypothetical.
Okay. Dr. Phil.
Your answer's Dr. Phil. I've been a really big fan of online animators as of late.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really special person in my heart. Chris O'Neill.
Okay.
Oni and G. He made a lot of old Flash cartoons that are really horrible.
I see.
But he has a Let's Play channel, and I think I watch it almost every day. I think he'd be the funniest person.
What is it, Minecraft Let's Plays or what kind of...
No. They do make fun of Minecraft a lot. But they do Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, that's where I got the Fat Albert jokes from.
Oh, yeah.
They talk about Fat Albert a lot.
I didn't know there was an Inspector Gadget game.
Oh, I'll show you the Let's Play. It's really good.
Okay.
But no, I just think with his animating style, he also does music and he produces all these things. He's made shows for television, stuff like that. I think it'd be a really, really interesting thing.
Yeah, there you go. Can we get him on at the same time as Dr. Phil and do a 4-person podcast?
Yeah, it'd be the most confusing thing ever. Like, hi guys, I'm Chris O'Neill. And then Dr. Phil would be like, "You all got mental problems."
Episode 100 of the Dadcast.
Yeah.
When we're making heaps of money to be able to hire
we're
these
all
guys.
actual dads when we can afford.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's going to happen. I'm predicting it now. How long have we been going for?
I have no clue.
Well, I think we've got time for my new segment.
Whoa!
Oh.
Let's make a song for it.
Whoa. Before we make a song. Okay, we're just going to start making it. Okay. Welcome to... Oh, what did I name it again? I named it something really clever, but I forgot it.
You haven't told me yet. I don't know what this segment's about.
Okay. Anyway, I'll think of a name for it later when it comes back to me. But...
Papa Dilly's segment hour.
I've been spending a little bit of time on a mobile application. and I feel like you know what it is.
I think I do.
Candy Crush, you got me.
Yeah.
No,
Would this application happen to be like you're creating a spark? Like you swipe right, you swipe left.
Yep, Pokemon Go, you chuck the Pokeballs, get the Pikachus, you
Pokemon
got me.
Go to the polls, ladies and gentlemen.
Hillary Clinton. I wouldn't mind getting Hillary on the podcast for a little bit.
You would say I wouldn't mind Hillary Clinton being on Tinder.
Being on the Tinder. Swipe right any day. Anyways, I've been on the app Tinder, but not for the reason you're normally on Tinder. Okay, I'm not looking for a desperate hookup or something like this. Okay, I had an idea because I got really bored, to just come up with the worst pickup lines ever, and also I've googled some as well, but just to see, because I wanted to see will these actually work? Like some of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Will these actually work?
It works for you because you're, I'd say, more conventionally attractive than I am. So people.
Well, I'll take a compliment. Thank you very much.
No, because like
Man,
you weigh like 30 kilograms and you got that nice Bill Hader haircut.
I appreciate that, but like there's a time and a place, and when we're in the same bed naked, like just maybe. Keep the compliments to yourself for now.
Don't worry, I'll do a Texas tug.
So anyway, the game is, because I want to make it's a game for myself, but I want to make it a game for you too, Brendan. So I want you to guess whether they replied or whether they didn't.
Nice.
Based on the pickup line.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to couple of these then.
Okay. So, are you going to look for some for me as well?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So while you're looking, I've got, some of these need a little bit of context, because especially the ones I make up, I go off their bio.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
So this person, I won't tell you their name, they're 20 years old, and the first thing it says in their bio is that they're Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only important thing. So I said, call me Willie and grease me up, woman. So I want you to tell me, did they swipe right or swipe left on that pickup line? Not that they can swipe, but do you think they replied to that? Call me Willie and grease me up, woman, of course, from The Simpsons.
Going off that it's a Simpsons quote, I'm going to say yes, they replied.
I wish. I thought it was good, but they didn't. Okay, so that's zero. That's 0 to you. How many? Should we do 3 each or something like that? And we'll see who wins each episode. So I thought she would reply to that. She obviously either didn't get the reference or just did not appreciate the joke. Have you got one, or do you want me to keep going?
No, you keep going. You do 3, okay. I'll do 3.
I'll keep going. So, this person's name is Anna. Okay, this is all you need to know. It's just a name. So I said,
I know an Anna.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. But I spelled anaconda with 2 N's, of course, for a name to make it relevant. Did she swipe right or left?
I'm gonna go no.
Oh, well, you'd be wrong.
Far out.
Ding, ding, ding. That works. Username. She replied, boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. And then we started doing, rapping Nicki Minaj via Tinder message. But
that's why we don't have similar matches.
No, but then she stopped messaging me quickly after. But at first, she swiped right on that one. Okay, I wanna find a good one because I've got good ones here. All right, this person's name. Well, you don't really need to know their name for this, so I won't expose their name. But this is the last one. So I think you've lost 2 from 2 here.
Yes.
Okay, so you're on 0 points. Can you get at least 1 point here?
Okay.
So this person was from France,
mm-hmm.
which is a little bit... Well, it's not that relevant. Well, it's not relevant at all, to be honest. But I said, if I was... This one I got from Google as well. I can't take credit for this. Yeah. But I said, if I was a burglar, I'd smash your back door in. Did she swipe right or left on that?
I'm going to go yes.
Well, you would be correct.
Yeah!
She said, whoa, you really know how to talk to women. And
she's swiftly unmatched.
This is why before I said... Well, pretty much. This is why before I said her being from France mattered, because I replied, thanks, smiley face. I was going to open with a pun about my dick being like a baguette, but didn't want to be culturally inappropriate. She did not reply to that, so... But she did swipe right at the start.
You should have just done like the Kendrick Lamar thing. Like, wish my dick is big as the Eiffel Tower so I can fuck the world for 72 hours.
I should have opened with that. It would have had more success. But there you go. You got 1 of 3.
All right. I'm gonna go for this one. This one, we already had a conversation going. But I stopped messaging her for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Just because I was busy doing things and sort of like I was really in like my own head at that point.
And you don't want to make them think you're desperate. You know, don't message for a while. They'll get more keen.
Yeah, but what I came back with was, what are your thoughts on the Simpsons movie? It's after 3 weeks.
What are your thoughts on the Simpsons movie?
Did she?
I feel like she replied.
She did.
Hey!
She did
What
reply.
did she say? What were her thoughts? I'm interested. I watched this movie recently. I didn't realise it had full frontal nudity of a, teenage boy or a 10-year-old boy.
Bountiful penis. She goes...
That's what she replied.
She was younger, she likes the Green Day part, the rest is okay, and she watches it from time to time.
She watches it from time to time.
That's a diehard...
Wait, I thought you said the Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
So she watches the movie from time to time.
Yeah.
Rewatches it.
Jesus.
There you go. Okay.
That's a lot.
Hey. I think you got to keep it there, Brendan.
Yeah, then she said, "Why'd you ask me that?" And I said, "Just thought you'd be unbiased." And she didn't respond.
Dang. But that's 1 from 1 for me. So I only need to get 1 more, and I've won this.
Yeah.
What are the stakes? Are we doing any stakes here? We'll work it out next episode.
Yeah, who sucks who first? There was this other lady who said, "Tinder, more like why am I on this app?"
That you said that to her.
No, that was her bio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we matched, and then all I wrote was, "Why are you on this app?"
Why are you on this app? I feel like since she set it up, she put that in her description. So you've used it. I feel like she would reply to that. It'd be rude not to.
She did not reply.
She did not reply.
No, I got nothing.
Come on. Why swipe right if you're not going to reply? Come on, people.
Yeah.
Jeez. So that's well, I've only got 1. 1 from 2 here.
Yeah. The last one I have, someone says they like beer and they appreciate a good bit of banter.
This is in their bio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Brendan. Oh shit. Uncle Jeffy is the king of the banter. So
yeah. So here's my opening line. Bit of a Bantosaurus Rex, are we?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Bit of a Bantosaurus Rex. Well, she's into banter. I'd say she'd have to reply to that. How could you not?
She did.
Oh, what did she reply?
Yeah. She said, "Look, I bloody well try. Hey."
Oh, there you go. That's 2 from 3.
Yeah, and then I systematically ruined the conversation myself with my excellent flirting abilities.
Well, that's swipe right.
Yeah.
Or swipe
right
left
the segment.
Swipe right the segment.
Reply or nah.
Reply
the
or nah.
new Tinder game.
Well, I do want to... What do you reckon your best pickup line is, just to end the segment? If you had
I
one...
feel like it's got to be personal, but like if it's a generic one, I really think something with humour is going to be in it, but not like humour like, I'm going to fucking pound that pussy. Because that doesn't like...
Funny you should say
that. Works for... Okay, that works for you.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It does work, because she did reply. I know that one.
Well,
actually...
Well, let me tell you what she replied first. Come on. I don't know if it really counts as a swipe right.
See, my one, like, I try and come off more of a sweet, funny sort of guy. So I'm like... Oh,
clever, witty.
Yeah, so it's like, is your mum a chicken because you're excellent?
Oh, I like it, yeah.
It's friendly, you know?
They like that sort of stuff.
It's opening, and then...
I'll tell you what sort of stuff they don't like, Uncle Jeffy. I thought this one would work hands down. I said, do you have pet insurance?
I know where it's going.
I had to Google this one. I'm not the genius who came up with this pickup line. But it works
it's gold,
every
though.
time.
It's what started this.
She did reply. I can't remember what she replied after that. Maybe I just went straight into the end. I said, do you have pet insurance? Because I'm going to destroy that pussy tonight. And she replied, like, this is in real time. So I just matched with her and I messaged her straight away. So she was like on the app. No, I think she like just matched with me. So she was on the app at the time. I was messaging her this. So she replied, UGH, like erg, right? However you would pronounce that. UGH. And then I saw, you know how you can unmatch people, but you never know if it happens, like it doesn't notify you. But I was looking at the app while this was happening, and I just saw her message in her like face just disappear from my arm. It's like instant unmatched.
It's like fading away, like Back to the Future.
Yeah, you've lost me. The pet insurance, you've lost me. So yeah, it doesn't work as good as you think it would. Like I would have thought, man, that hands down. How would that not work? But you know, some people just aren't in that sort of thing. Pet insurance. Have you got pet insurance, Brendan?
Unfortunately not.
It's gonna.
My rooster's gonna be sore tonight.
God damn. Well, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's do an outro. How about you do an outro in your best impression
of Dr. Phil?
Of anyone. Dr. Phil's your poison.
Well, I just remember this one quote from Dr. Phil that I really love.
Is this going to end the podcast?
I feel like it. Do you want to say anything before we end it with a Dr. Phil quote?
No, I'm happy for you to go.
Okay. I'm sure there's way better Dr. Phil quotes, but this one's just stuck in my mind forever because he had an overweight person on the show. And as, in true psychology fashion, he's a psychologist, right? Yes. He's learnt this in school, in university. He just goes through and he says, "You're fat. What are you going to do about it?"